Hey everyone, welcome to season 6, episode 8 of the Film Bros Championship podcast. I am Tim. With me is my co-host Patrick. How you doing, buddy?
Good eye, Tim.
Good eye, mate. We went to
So,
Australia.
yeah, we did. We're back.
We're back.
This time for
Uh,
horror.
yes.
So, what did you think of Razorback? That's what we watched.
It's Jaws meet and a boar in the desert, right? Like
Yep,
that's
that's
the
what it
pitch.
is. Jaws in the Outback.
Yeah. I think I kind of like it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty.
I was really taken back by the opening shots.
Yes.
I was just like, this does not look like it should fit with all these other movies that we've watched so far for 84. Like
It's really pretty.
it's really pretty.
well directed. Russell Mulcahy couldn't do this stuff.
Yeah, this really just caught me off guard because like I've never heard of the movie. I feel like it's definitely not something that keeps coming up, right? You had to buy it to watch it,
Yeah.
right? So I was thinking like, oh, this is gonna be a lot like some of these other ones we watched. And it's not. It's actually just seems like a well-made, put together movie that's like it's like it shouldn't. Like I don't know why I just didn't expect, you know what I mean? Like as soon as you get the first opening shot of the outback and all the and the silhouettes and stuff like that and the lighting, it's
Yeah,
like,
right.
whoa, what is this?
Production value? What?
How does this? I thought this movie has money? Like I don't understand how it
A
can
little
pull
bit,
this
not a
off.
lot, not a lot of money,
Well,
but
it does a lot with a little then.
yeah, it did. Well, that's the funniest
Like,
thing
dang.
about this. After someone saw the movie, someone came up to Russell Mulcahy, and Russell Mulcahy had made a name for himself directing music videos.
Okay.
So he was doing like all the Duran Duran's music videos, Elton John's music videos, a
Okay.
lot of huge stuff. And like a lot of people in the '80s, once you got into music videos, then you made enough like ones that people liked, you
Yeah.
got a shot at directing a movie. And anyway, this was his first big feature film, and someone came up to him after seeing the movie, and he said like that looked like $100 million movie with a $10 pig, and it kind of just sums up the movie perfectly.
Well, I gotta say it's kind of smart in the way like it took notes obviously from Jaws and really try
Right.
to limit when you see this pig and how you see the pig and all that kind of stuff or boar, whatever, razorback, whatever you want to
Much
call
like
it.
Jaws, that was not the original idea, and it just like
Yeah,
that's what they had to do because the pig didn't work.
but again, I think it worked for the betterment. Like I think it would have maybe not been as great if we did see more the totality of this thing. You know what I mean? I think it was. Although at the same time, I think the drawback of this movie is there's not enough of it. There's not enough of it and or deaths from it.
The problem is that the pig just looks terrible. Even when you do
Yeah,
see it, it's like, oof.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like the limited amount of it probably was for its favor, but at the same time, like it was missing more
And
of
it's a
it.
shame, like the
That makes
amount,
sense.
because this is 1984. It's a shame it didn't have the amount of gore it was originally supposed to have. The pig was supposed to be really more messed up,
Yeah,
doing stuff, but the censors wouldn't had made him cut back on some things.
it still had its moments of being like, "Whoa, all right."
Yeah, a
Like,
lot of implied, like
yeah,
the pig just did what now? Oh,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, it's the kind of that.
yeah. Agreed.
So yeah, let's get into it, shall we?
Yeah, wait, it's your official pick, right?
This was my pick. Yeah.
So, I mean, the movie's called Razorback. We kind of already gave you the gist, right? So that's kind of, or less, is there a better IMDb plot than that?
As a vicious wild boar terrorizes the Australian outback, the husband of one of the victims is joined by a hunter and a farmer in search for the beast. Don't
Yeah.
think she's actually a farmer, but yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I was kind of thrown by the lead stuff. I was like, "Oh, is this
Tricked
our
you,
lead?"
huh?
And it's like, "Oh no, this is not our lead. Is this our lead?"
Yeah.
Nope, this is not our lead either. Like, you know what I mean? Because at first it's like, "Oh, is it this old guy that's our
Oh,
lead?"
okay, right.
Right? And it's like, nope, that's not it. And then you get Beth, and you're like, oh, okay, this seems like a good lead here. And then, oh, nope, wow, okay, wow, ouch. And then it's like, oh, this is the lead. Like it took a little bit to get to, was it Carl Winters, I think?
Carl Winters, played by Gregory Harrison.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised you didn't immediately think he was the lead of the movie because the first time you see him, he's wearing this like kinky Dom apron while he's cooking for his wife.
Yeah, yeah.
It's such a bizarre apron that he's
It
got
is a
on.
weird one. Yeah.
It's
He
so
seemed like
funny.
a throwaway thing.
Yeah, that we'd never see. Well, because we didn't watch TV in the early 80s. He was really big on a bunch of different TV shows. I forget what the show he was on at the time that was the big hit. And he wasn't even the lead of that show.
I really
Trapper
thought,
John MD.
yeah, never heard of it. I really thought Beth was gonna be the
Well,
lead, the
most of these
damsel,
things, it's
whatever,
yeah,
right?
exactly. You have a final girl you're looking for.
Yeah.
But it turns out to be him because after Beth goes missing, he goes hunting, so to
Yeah.
speak.
So to speak. Yeah.
But he's good in this, Gregory Harrison.
Yeah, he's all right. I mean, I kind of like that he's somewhat doing a little detective work. I just feel like we don't really get to know much about him as a person other than being like, "Oh man, I feel really guilty because I convinced her to go to this." Like that's I feel really bad about that, you know?
Yeah, on their
It,
1 year anniversary, and
yeah.
he feels like yeah, she died on her 1 year anniversary when she was 6 weeks pregnant, and he convinced her it was fine to go. It's like he feels
Yeah.
guilty about everything, and he finds out
It's
exactly what happened to her.
that's heavy. That's pretty dark. Like it's like,
Yeah,
"Oh, okay, yeah, that's a bit like wow." But like other than that, like I don't really know much about him,
no,
right? I don't know
he's a
what he
man on a mission. That's
does.
all we know.
Yeah, exactly. There's not much of a character per se here.
But the
But
actor is still like
he's
good. You want
he's
to hang
doing
out with
what
him.
what he's doing well. Like he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I just think it's just an underwritten character, but it's
Yes.
never like he's doing a bad job in any kind of delivery or anything like that. I kind of liked when he was going delirious there in the desert.
Cool
Um,
scene.
Yeah, I don't think there was ever a moment that he gave a line or anything that was like ooh, like or anything like that. Like
No, it's
I thought it was a pretty
natural charisma really
decent
just
leading
coming
man.
through. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just the one problem of the category is it's just underwritten. There's not much of a
But I think that's what makes his performance that much more impressive. That like
yeah,
I actually like this guy, even despite I know nothing about him whatsoever.
right.
It's like,
Even though there's
oh,
not much of a character, you
like
still end up liking him and
that's
rooting for
talent.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess too, I think part of it is where he's clearly kind of almost being Matches Malone-ish playing Billy, you know what I
Right.
mean? Where he's pretending to get in with these.
Such a nerd.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? He's like doing a little detective work. He's trying to be a little undercover. He doesn't want these guys to know his connection to his wife, right? Um, I
Hats
didn't
off
quite.
to anybody who gets the Matches Malone reference, by the way. This is, I'm still reeling over that.
Sorry, I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
Um, um, what did he tell them? He like I understand he's like, hey, I'm Billy, and he's like, he wanted to do digging. Was he saying he was a reporter or something? I was a little confused
Or how he got
exactly.
on with Benny and Dicko. I think he just said he's
Yeah.
Canadian looking for a job. I don't. You saw this more recently than I did. I saw this like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah,
2 weeks.
he does. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm Canadian." And he's like, "Oh, that's kind of American, isn't it?" Which I thought was kind of funny. I was like, "Oh, they're not gonna like that."
Canadians would not like that.
Um, but yeah, and he's like, "I'm Billy," and then like it's something about digging, but then they didn't. Although there was lots of digging going around in their premises, but he doesn't end up really doing much digging. Or it seemed like maybe they're like, "Oh, we're going to do the cannery here, and then we're going to do this hunting thing." So it's like I don't really understand. I guess I missed what he told them exactly
Doesn't
he
matter.
was, but
He hooks up
whatever.
with them. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was interesting because they seemed to really like him too, until he asked too many questions,
Hmm.
and then it doesn't go well for him.
Well, that and like when he refused to kill the kangaroo.
Yeah. Well, no, I think he wanted to kill they left the kangaroo just to die, and he's like, "Put it out of its misery. What are you doing?" He's like, "Why would we do that?" And then that's when they're like, "What are you? You're asking too many questions. What the heck is wrong with you?" And then he
You're
goes
right.
off to kill the
They're
kangaroo,
they're
and
angry that he
then
killed the kangaroo, right?
exactly, and
Because
then they leave him basically to die as a joke.
they don't leave him to die. They said they'll be back in 5 and 6 hours.
Yeah, yeah,
I
but
don't
yeah.
know.
So anyway, so I thought all of that kind of stuff as he's trying to uncover things was pretty
By the
good.
way, what he that kangaroo is a real kangaroo. They just found one that was like roadkill. That's like common in Australia. Like we have deer here.
Yeah.
So my man was really huddling up to a dead kangaroo for warmth in the movie.
Oh no.
Yeah, he did all his own stunts, including hugging a dead kangaroo.
That's unfortunate.
I
That's
think he felt the
unfortunate.
same way.
Yeah. It was interesting that there's a kangaroo and wallaby or whatever problem, and so there's hunters for it, and there's like a whole industry for it.
It's more like there might be overhunting, uh,
Hmm.
because they're turning these kangaroos and wallabies into dog food. Like that's according to the World Animal League.
Yeah.
That's why Beth was there originally to
Right, because
report this
she's
mass slaughter.
I will talk about her later, but yeah. Um, but yeah, that was interesting. And then I don't know if we wait till we talk about Sarah, because there's like an interesting they clearly kind of like each other, but it never really goes there, too, which I
Right,
guess
she's
is
definitely
good.
very much into him, and he's like, "You're sweet, but
Right.
I'm
Well,
not
they
there."
kind of smile at each other, but yeah, yeah, I was happy. I was like, oh, that could have clearly gone a bad way,
Yeah,
maybe
if
in an
they had immediately
American
fell into
version.
bed together, I would have been like, "All right,
Yeah, that would have been a problem. But then that never really happened, so it keeps you with the likability,
yeah."
with the character kind of deal. Um, so yeah,
And he handles all his stunts pretty well. I mean, some of the stuff is like, he's falling from that windmill. I was like, "Oh, damn."
yeah,
That's really him too. It's like, "Oh shit."
that's true. Yeah. Um, I'm trying to think if there's anything else from him because again, there's not much of a character. I mean, I guess I kind of like how he kind of blew off Jake a little bit. Um, that kind of scene because that's who he goes to first, right? To figure out what happens what because he was the last one to see her alive. And he's basically telling him immediately, like, it was a boar. Like, he's like, okay, well, anyway, where should I start? And then he tells him to go to meet those,
He tells him to go to the cannery. That's all he tells him. And that's where
yeah,
he meets
those
Benny and
guys.
Dicko.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so yeah, so I thought that was pretty decent relationships with everybody. He was never annoying, pretty good line delivery, just not much of a character, and that's kind of it for the hero role. Unless you got anything else to add there.
Uh, not really, but like I said, I liked him a lot, so I gave him a three. Because I think it's impressive how well much I like this character despite being so underwritten.
I think that's fair. Yeah, I'll agree with that. I'm
Okay.
I'm good with that. Yeah, three.
Um, the villain.
Yeah. Are you gonna start with the boar? Or are you gonna start with
You got to start with the boar.
Dicko and was
You,
it
you,
Dicko and Jacko?
Benny and Dicko.
Benny and Dicko. That's right.
You got to start with the boar though.
You got to start with the boar. Okay, I did boar
Start with the
last.
boar.
Okay, fair enough.
The Razorback.
The Razorback, this
The size of a
massive one.
rhino.
Yeah, just a genetic anomaly. Um, and
Mutant.
yeah, and he's huge, and he can go through almost anything, but there seems to be some limits to what he can plow through.
Has a little trouble with metal, but he can run through a wooden house no problem.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Wood, okay. And it's like metal. It's like, ah.
He'll,
Although that shed that he destroyed at one point, I guess that was wood too. Okay. I wasn't sure because I know it had a metal roof,
it
but
was dark. Yeah.
yeah. Um, but yeah, totally can just plow things pretty easily. Took off a car door.
Sure did.
Didn't, I guess he couldn't plow through it, right? But he could take it off.
Yep.
Um, yeah. And I mean, I've seen worse things.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It
It's
it
not great.
definitely it's not as good as say Jaws
Right.
or the T-Rex in Jurassic Park.
Right.
But yeah, I've definitely seen worse animatronic stuff going on. But
Yeah.
it never and they try to hide it as best they can. But every time we see it in close up, it's just like, oh boy, that's not good at all.
There was one time that made me laugh.
Yeah.
And it was when in the car when she turns around and the boar's face, the Razorback's face is just in the window kind of deal. I was just like, haha, surprise. And I just laughed like
Uh, Mulcahy felt like it looked a little too furry. and wished
Yeah.
he was a little more like decayed looking. And the guy who designed it even said like, yeah, it should have looked more mutated. I wasn't happy with the final design either. The up close pig head machine was the only one that really worked.
Okay, which
Um,
now makes a little bit more sense.
yeah, they had a machine pig that could run that cost $250,000, and it only made it into 1 second of the film because it just didn't work right.
It could run? Crazy. Where
Yeah,
which scene was it where he was running?
when he's chasing Dicko to his death in the canyon, you see like
Ah,
1 second of it actually
okay.
running.
Yeah.
They also put a costume on the biggest pig in the world, which is the size of like a Shetland pony.
Okay.
It's this big pig. They just put like this mutant costume on top of the big pig, and that's
Yeah.
the pig that's pig. Beth sees in the distance with her camera.
Gotcha. I think
So
don't we see it like one more time, but it's like covered with like wreckage or something. I think it's when Carl sees it. So I don't know if that's the animatronic or this.
it's probably one of the animatronics, like
Okay.
what's in the shit pun or whatever. The
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's
It
just the
seems like it's always
animatronic.
partly covered a lot of the times, but yeah.
Like the funniest one is when it's hiding behind like a mine cart or something like that, and
That's what I was talking about. It looked like a tub or
and Jake's
something.
like looking around like,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
is the pig hiding? What is this? It's in the middle.
It's just where I'm standing.
It's like right behind him. I like no one can see me here, but he's like clearly sticking out and everything like that. I'm like,
You'd think like this,
what?
I mean, and then Jake at one point was like, "It's back." It's like, where did it go? Where is this thing able to hide? In like
It's a
vast
big country
space
when
of
there's like
nothingness.
nobody there. Dan.
Yeah.
Everybody lives on the coast. Everything in the middle is for the pigs.
Yeah.
Uh, but like you said, I've seen worse.
Yeah.
So
It's just not a lot of it. Like it really like drops off, right? So like
yeah.
you get the beginning part, right,
Well,
where with Beth, and then it disappears for a
this is
long
why
time.
Benny and Dicko are so key to this movie.
Yeah.
Because this movie like falls apart without them,
Yeah. Because
and
that's
they
why I put them
save this
first.
category.
I
Yeah.
put them first because I feel like they're the real most of
Well,
the
I
villain.
think the movie is titled Razorback. We need to talk about the
I
Razorback first. But
understand
yeah, but now
that.
I want to talk about how Benny and Dicko
Yeah,
save this
because
movie.
like
Getting this,
they disappear and then it's those guys, and then it like pops up one or two more times, but it's really not towards the ends where it starts to come up again. Otherwise, yeah, Benny and Dicko
it's
are
like half of
main
this
Dicko
movie is a
villains.
monster movie, and the other half is like this true crime podcast going on,
Yeah.
trying to find out what happened. And Benny and Dicko are great villains. That they're like absolutely insane, especially Dicko.
Yeah,
Absolutely
although
insane.
that laugh from Benny
I want him
is
to die so much
oh
faster.
my gosh, it was driving me nuts. Like I was just like, oh, there it is again. I was like, oh, maybe it's just a one-time thing in the courtroom where you heard it towards the beginning. It's like, nope, there it is again. Oh, like
You're
it's
so
just
lucky that I can't remember it off the top of my head now, so I won't be doing the impression. But yeah, it's just
oh man, I know I'm not gonna try it either, but it is horrendous. Like it's
it's
so bad.
it's rough to hear. Yeah.
Yeah, even when it's in the background, he's not visually there. Sometimes they just have that laugh going, and you're just like, oh, it's so off-putting.
Yeah, so Benny Baker is played by Chris Haywood, and Dicko Baker is played by David Argue. Um, they're professional kangaroo hunters who also work at the local meat packaging plant, turning the kangaroo meat into dog food. Um, I think the real star in this
And
is
I think
David
they
Argue,
dig, don't they dig? They digging for mining for something too.
I
Because
guess.
their whole place where they live is filled with mine shafts and all this kind of stuff, unless it's just where they live
I
in
think
an
it's just where
old
they
mine
live.
tunnel. Okay.
I think they just hang around most of the time. But yeah, I think David Argue is really good in this as Dicko.
He's a good villain. I mean,
He's got some like crazy energy
he's
that you
got
don't
some
know what he's going to do any
crazy
moment.
hair.
Yep,
His outfits are insane.
100%.
Especially that outfit in the end. I was like, when he popped out of the meatpacking place, the cannery or whatever, towards the end, I was like, what in the world is this outfit? You're, I thought you wore some horrific stuff earlier in the movie, and then this final outfit is like, whoa,
He's got terrific Joker energy where
a
you
little
just
bit.
don't know where he's going to either be a buffoon or like you can go from buffoon, like absolutely nonsense,
Like
to
you're
like,
laughing at
oh,
him.
that's scary. Like
Yeah.
he's like, oh, all of a sudden he's Mr. Rapey. Like what?
Yeah. That turned. I was like, whoa,
Yeah, no,
okay.
he goes like that.
Yeah. Bad
Nothing. It's
skin
wow,
too. He's got like
awful.
acne all over and stuff like
Yeah,
that too. It's just like
looks
it's
terrible.
repulsive to look at.
You don't want to hang out with either one of these guys. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Because I think Benny's got like wears like these goggles all the time because he's got like a bad eye or something.
Yeah.
And like I think a couple times they kind of show it in the light and it almost looks pink or something when they show the light at it. And it's like, oh, this is weird too. These guys are, messed up.
I love that shot of them like they're at the bar, and they overhear Sarah on the radio saying like Jake figured out what happened to Beth, and they're
Yeah.
just like,
Uh-oh.
oh,
Uh-oh.
we
Yeah.
may have been involved in that a little bit.
Or the introductory thing was fun too, right? With them at the bar and they're like throwing darts like right next to Beth's face.
Yeah, that's a
Um,
good Beth moment too.
it's a good Beth moment, right? But then yeah, and then Beth makes them look foolish, and you get this like they are clowns and people do think they're fools, but at the same time it's like yeah, you definitely want to like stay away from them because they're psychotic. Like everybody,
Right?
like I
Yeah,
think even Sarah makes a line like, yeah, they have like a messed up sense of humor.
yeah. No one
Like later
realizes
on,
exactly how effed up they actually are.
yeah, like there's something wrong with them, and like it seems like the guy who owns the factory or whatever, like tries to deal with them. You know what I mean? He's like yelling at them, calling them idiots at one
I
point.
was trying to remember, is there anybody else who works at this factory besides Dicko and Benny? I
They only
couldn't.
show him like once because
Okay,
it's like the one time when those like I don't know, those little coolant plant looking things start like rattling and making lots of noises, and then the guy, I think owner or something, comes in and starts calling them idiots or whatever and just hits it
right.
and it stops. And I was like, oh, that's gonna come back in the end.
Sure does. Kind
Kind
of.
of. Just like, oh, I remember this is all you need to do. Boom. That's it. It's like, I really thought we were gonna get an explosion. This is a bummer. Like,
Sorry, buddy.
yeah.
Um, so in the end though, because like the pig just fails, I could only go up to 2.5 on this. I wanted to give it another 3 because I really, really liked Benny and Dicko quite a bit as villains.
Um, Man, that laugh, I hated it. But I mean, I get what you're saying. I went 2, but I think I could go to 2.5. I think I can go up.
Because there's definite threat to them the
There
whole time
is.
they're
But that's
around.
why I mostly wrote my notes on them. And then I had like a
Yeah,
little bit of on the pig at the end. But I was mostly about writing these two guys. And I mean, they're memorable. They are repulsive. Like
yeah.
they're really like unsettling. And so I'm like, okay, that's kind of
They
effective.
feel like a preview of like so many Australian horror movies you'll see in the future. Like, yeah, we're just gonna ditch the pig and concentrate on these kind of locals, these guys. And
Yeah.
it's
It's
like,
like it
oh
should be
man,
like they would get along with the Hills Have Eyes people. You know what I mean? Like,
dad or like they're somehow related to. Oh man, what was that movie where the girl like had her own prom?
oh yeah. That was really good. And kidnaps the boy.
Yeah,
Oh man, I'm drawing a
I'm
blank.
looking it up.
Okay, that was fun. That was a
The
good
Loved
movie.
Ones.
Yeah, I
It's
like
just
that
it's
movie.
right up there. Like, yeah, these people could all be related.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
something wrong
Australian
with them.
horror goes hard.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess we'll get to action here.
Yeah, why don't you
I
the
don't have
high
a lot here.
well, all right. So I'll fill in where I can, but why don't you lead it up because I wrote down everything and I just wrote because I hadn't
Okay,
seen them. I knew it was going to be a gap between me seeing this movie and us recording, so I didn't
sorry.
want to forget anything. So I wrote down a lot and too.
Um, yeah, I guess the
So
first
the
thing is
initial attack,
the beginning of the movie. Yeah, is where there's like a lighter. The light, by the way, was so weird. It was so strong
the
that blue
blue
light.
lights,
Um,
used
I
it a
guess it
couple
was.
times.
It's like a moonlight, right? It's supposed to be coming through the fan. Is that what they're going for? But
I
it's
think
like
so.
it almost looks like it should be an alien. It's so strong, but okay. But it's
Did
great atmosphere. I'll give it that. It didn't make much sense, but it was cool atmosphere.
did I, did I ever tell you? I'm sure I mentioned even on the stupid podcast. During the making of the Lord of the Rings, um, one of the actors, the guy playing Samwise Gamgee, Rudy, I can't remember his name all of a sudden.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Geez.
Sean Astin
Sean Astin, yeah.
went to the guy lighting up the scene and was coming up. like behind the horsemen coming at them.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Wow, that's really cool looking, but where is that light coming from?" And he's like, he looks at him, he's like, "Same place the music's coming from. It's a movie. Shut up." This is what I say to people when they're like,
When
"Oh,
they
natural.
nitpick.
They need natural lighting." Like, natural lighting is crap. Stop trying to be Stanley Kubrick. We don't need natural lighting. Make it pretty. This is a movie,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
this is pretty. It
Yeah,
is fun to look. This movie, you could watch it on mute and just like, God damn, this is fun to look at.
they do. They do. And I was gonna bring up the delirious moment too, because that it was even neat to look at.
Oh, I think we should definitely bring it up in this.
Yeah, but we'll get there, right? So anyway, so he goes out to like investigate a strange noise or something, right? And that's where all of a sudden, I guess it came from a different direction. The Razorback comes at him, clips his leg,
Yeah,
right?
breaks
You
his leg.
clearly see a little chunk or something from his looked like his upper thigh-ish area or mid thigh.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then just busts through the house, just goes through. It looks like this little house has several rooms. Um, it's like going through like almost like cartoon style through every little thing, and
Yeah.
then makes it all the way through. But he's a grandfather. He's watching his grandson, and the grandson is gone, right? And he's got a pretty nice, like kind of horrific kind of realization of the grandson missing and him collapsing to
Scotty.
his knees, yeah, and all that kind of
Oh,
stuff. You
I
know what I mean?
love that shot where when he realizes
Yeah,
everything is gone, he falls to his knees, and then the title screen comes up over
yeah.
him. It's like, oh, baby.
It kind of had like a
That's gorgeous.
almost, what's her name, the ice skater, the why,
Oh
you know what I
no, that
mean?
was not Nancy Kerrigan, but
No, but you know
okay.
what I mean? Like it kind of gave
Yeah,
me
yeah,
that
yeah.
that vibe of like, oh, it's kind of almost horrific just to see someone go through that. You know what I mean?
Right, right. I hear you. Um,
So anyway, so I don't have anything else on that until Beth's runaway is the next thing I have.
that would be the next thing I have too.
Yeah. So Beth is I guess trying to just get some footage. She decides to go on her own, and she's getting a sunset or whatever. That's kind of when she sees the boar off to the side, but also gets a look into the the meat
Cannery.
packing cannery
Yeah.
place, right? And so she's filming that one. The boys catch her, um, like literally break through a window. It looks like
What's
of
up
the
your hole, you American shit?
yeah, it's just like, did they just break through their own window, or was that
Yeah.
window already broken? Just
No,
like
they just broke through it.
that boss, I don't know how he keeps these people around. Like,
Only
just
what people willing to work there, I
yeah,
guess.
I guess so. Just breaks through this window just to stop her with the camera, but she goes on the run, and I want to come back to that scene later when we talk about Beth because I really like that moment for her as well.
Okay.
Um, but anyway, so it turns into her driving away, and the truck looking like coming from a completely different direction,
Pops
just
up out of nowhere.
nowhere, in like the middle of like a desert-looking area, just surprise and like tries to run her off the road, and that's kind of when it turns into, and her car eventually crashes, and then it turns into, oh, this might be a rape, which was
We are saved.
oof.
We are saved from an attempted rape. We're like, oh, thank God, not a
Yeah.
rape. Oh no, the pig's gonna eat her.
Yeah, I thought she was like they were gonna die. I didn't realize that they were gonna make it throughout the rest of this movie, right?
Right, right,
Because I still thought she was like the damsel kind of deal.
right.
And I was like, no, she's still gonna get away from this. And then I'm like, and then you hear the crunch. I'm like, oh no, she's not. Like, but yeah, so it's like the boar pops
It's
off the
really
door.
horrific.
It's pretty bad, yeah, and like going after her, and she's clearly getting beat up from it.
Yeah.
And she tries to crawl through because her car, like all the glass shatters after she gets run off the road.
Hmm.
So she's trying to crawl through the front windshield, and that's when she clearly is nabbed, and you hear the crunch kind of deal, and then there's kind of like a, oh God, whatever. She gets pulled away, and it's like, oh
Yeah.
no.
Mm.
And man, all that's left is her rings. So I guess that boar slash the little mini clan he's got really went to town on eating her too, I guess.
If he even shared, I don't know.
If he did, I don't know. I guess that you get that big for a
It's a big
reason.
pig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. Um,
It's a, it's
It
it's
took me
funny.
by surprise.
Yeah, it's like if there's one energy going on, you're like, oh no, I don't want to see this, and then
Yeah.
a wholly different energy pops up, and you're like, oh, okay. And
Yeah.
once again, the pig doesn't really work that well, but like the implication of what's happening
I think the
is horrific
human
enough that
actor reactions to it
yeah,
works. Like she's doing a really good job
she
with it
sells
to
it.
sell
Yeah,
it. Because after you see the pig's face, you don't see the pig as much, right?
yeah.
The pig is kind of more blocked by the card. It's more what she's doing that kind of sells it. And again, that her reactions and hearing the sound effects and the crunch kind of deal, like that's kind of what makes the scene kind of work. Because yeah, again, when the pig is just like surprise in the window, I kind of laughed. I
I
was,
don't blame you.
yeah. Oh man. Um, Trying to remember what do I have next?
You got the
The
Razorback attacking that dude's shed with the kangaroo meat hanging in it for some reason.
Oh, right. Yeah, I guess that would be the next thing.
That happens.
That's not really like, yeah, it's just you
Dude's just like
hear,
watching TV, and then all of a sudden that happens, and like, all right, well, I'm sure that'll set up something interesting later, and really doesn't. It
I
sets up like
mean,
another rip-off Jaws scene later.
yeah,
Is what it
basically
does.
he decides to set up more traps so it doesn't happen again in a later scene and it comes back and it does get into the traps, but also takes off like a section of his house and the house, all you see is the
Like
house
this,
being driven away.
like the scene in
Yes,
Jaws where the dock gets ripped apart.
exactly.
So
Exactly.
it's exactly that.
Just not as much fun because the best
Come on,
part of that,
Charlie.
yeah. Well, not only is that great, but because he's just sitting there being
Watching
like
TV. Yeah,
dumbfounded is all
that
he's
half his
doing,
house is
right? So
gone.
there's
Yeah,
like no horror element to it, especially like is Charlie Wright gonna get it? But when that dock starts to turn, right, is
yeah.
as it's coming back, it's like, oh my
Boom, boom,
gosh,
boom,
it's
boom, boom.
perfect, right?
Yeah.
There's none of that in this.
Tim
So
and I are recording this on July 3rd. I'm sure we'll both be watching Jaws tomorrow at some point.
most definitely,
Yeah.
yeah,
Um, so you have Carl
yeah,
waking up after spending a night hugging a kangaroo. Uh, and he hears Razorback noises, start running and tripping over barbed wire and falls into the mud pit.
yeah.
And he's like surrounded by the baby Razorbacks. I don't know if that's like his clan or just other random
I don't know. They
Razorbacks.
seem to all hang out in the same watering hole, it
It's the
seems.
only watering hole for 30 miles. So
Yeah, he was wondering if he found another one, I guess, or something. But I mean, it's
mm,
also kind of where they defecate and stuff too, I guess, because that's
totally.
where,
That's where they find the ring. Yeah.
yeah, it's like, ugh.
That's where
Yeah.
like Carl climbs up to the old windmill for safety and
Yeah.
shot of Carl like backlit on the windmill.
Oh, at night.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he like falls asleep there. I That was pretty smart too. What was it? He used his belt
Yeah. The
and
time so you can fall asleep.
so
Yeah.
he could fall asleep and still be up there because all the little mini boar are there.
Yeah.
Um,
And then the baby pigs work together and knock the windmill over, and Carl
yeah.
ends up in the gross pond. Luckily for him, the pigs can't swim and don't come after him.
Yeah, until one does, but it's a dead one. But he still gets startled, which is like a weird jump scare attempt that didn't work. Like I didn't get scared, but I like his reaction
Right.
because it did seem like a genuine like he looked like he got scared. Like I don't know if they like floated a fake one at him or something.
Right. And
But
this
anyway,
leads to his walkabout
yeah, which
to
seemed
the
like something out of a music video. Which interesting that you brought that up. Yeah. Because it
yeah.
seemed like it was there's like an animated portion to it, like something out of like out of a music video or something. Like some of the backdrops of some of those shots of him in a different looking kind of desert.
Right. It gets weird. It almost looks like he's in like Salt Lake or something like that. 'Cause it all goes white and everything.
Yeah.
There's the skeleton he sees at one time, and then the skeleton starts moving and chasing him and popping up
Yeah, it
through the
come
ground
digs
some
up
other
out of the
times,
ground kind of
which is
deal.
great.
Yeah.
Um, every shot in this is like a painting. It's gorgeous to look at.
It's really pretty,
It's
yeah.
both like gorgeous and creepy at times. It's
And
kind
yeah,
of
and
amazing.
it was a nice moment because I was confused. Like, where are we now? This looks so different than where we were before, and it kept me guessing. And I was definitely interested in all of it.
And I think this is like the shot that the stuff that McKay was most looking forward to shooting when we signed on for this movie because
Yeah,
he's like, oh, this is fun. This is something I can like flex on a little bit with my. But then like later on at the end, we figure out that Carl is just
yeah,
delirious from heat
yeah.
stroke or something like that,
Hallucinating and
and
such.
finds a farmhouse, runs into a nice naked lady showering outside. Arky Whitley, thank you for your nudity. And she screams and he screams and passes out.
Yeah, which I liked that moment. I thought was pretty funny.
It was funny.
Yeah. Well, they both kind of scream and fall, and
Yeah.
he passes out. Yeah. I think the next thing is Jake's end, action wise.
Well, there is a little bit of a horror where when Carl comes to in the bed, he touches
Oh,
Sarah's
the pig in
shoulder
a
and she
wig.
turns around and yeah, she has a razorback face, big and away. That's
Pig in
great.
a wig. Yeah, yeah, I forgot about that one. I mean, that was another one that just kind of made me laugh. I haven't put anything else, but yeah. But yeah, the next thing I have is
Yeah,
Jake meeting his
Jesus
end.
wept. Oh, I was even before that, or Jake sees the Jesus. He says Jesus wept. And I'm like,
Yeah, because he
okay,
gets a full
I
view of
know
it.
Hellraiser hasn't come out yet,
Yeah,
but that line belongs to Hellraiser. I'm sorry. I know it hasn't happened for three. It won't happen for 3 more years, but still,
this is where I insinuate it with.
offended.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, like, I think the Razorback like tosses the minecart in anger after Jake like shoots at it like 5 times.
yeah,
Jake releases his dogs. I think one of the dogs dies because we only see like he originally has 2 dogs, and then we only have
yeah. It
one
seemed like
dog
he had
the
multiple
rest of the
dogs.
movie.
Yeah, it looked like he had multiple because I think they
And
were
that's when he
sending him.
finds the ring in the poop pond
Yeah.
afterwards.
Well, and then
And then Jake's end, as I have whatever. No,
right, and so he sends a dog to alert
well,
Sarah, I think, right?
before that,
Yeah,
Dicko and Benny come up on him because he supposedly knows what happened to
right.
Beth.
They
They
overheard
got
it at the bar.
they got to
Yeah,
shut that shit down. So they sneak up on Jake, knock him out, and break his legs,
yeah,
and leave him for dead. And when he kicks up the next day, that's when he sends the dog to go and try to get Sarah,
yeah,
who is in the middle of dropping Carl off at a bus stop. And Carl gives her a little smooch as a goodbye present because she's like
yeah,
totally into him. She's like, "Why don't you stay and we'll get the town talking?" And he's like, "Nah,
yeah, yeah,
just found out my wife's dead. You know,
yeah. It
I'm
was a little traumatic.
not in the mood."
I feel kind of responsible,
Yeah, she
you
was
know.
pregnant with my child.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
good.
kind of serious. I just gave her this ring.
Um,
Yeah,
and then Dicko runs over Jake's dog, which I
yeah.
did not like.
But so Sarah finds the dog,
Yeah, and then goes
and
back and gets
and
Carl.
Lassie tells them where
Well, she
Jake's
knows
falling
something's
down the
wrong
hole.
and goes and gets Carl for some reason. But anyway, going
Okay,
back to
fair enough.
Jake, he crawls into the pump shed to get some
Yep.
clean water, and that's when the Razorback finds Jake in the shed and starts smacking the shed around, and eventually he takes down a wall and kills and eats Jake.
Yeah, which we don't see any of it.
It was supposed we originally did
Oh
supposedly.
yeah.
We were supposed to see him eat Jake's face.
Oh wow. So this was supposed to be basically like it's Quint moment in
Yep.
Jaws, basically. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is Quinn all the way.
Yeah.
When Carl first meets Jake, he's got a bunch of like Razorback heads on the wall. It starts like
Yeah.
quoting stuff that's like sounds exactly like Quinn. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I'll allow it because this guy's good, but
I
still,
mean, it's exactly what they were going for, right? They were
yeah, they
clearly
knew.
doing Jaws, right, for this movie. So yeah. So yeah. And
It's okay scene.
yeah,
And
you get
if
the
we had
point.
seen
They come
something,
up
it
and
would have
find
been.
him. But it would have
Oof.
been better if we actually like saw something.
But
Um,
Carl figures out what happens and realizes that Benny and Dicko are also connected to Beth's death, and that's where he like grabs Jake's truck and drives into their home.
yeah.
And Benny's like, hang about, Billy. You're supposed to put your brakes on." Whatever.
Yeah, he took that crashing into his place really well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, this piece of
clearly,
shit anyway.
yeah, Benny's like trying to run away kind of
I
deal,
love
right?
that Benny was running away, but he was clearly in the middle of like taking a shit when Carl came crashing into
Yeah,
his
because I think
house.
he threw a thing roll of toilet paper.
Yeah, so he's like holding up his pants the whole time as
Yeah.
he's running away.
And then he's like hiding in some of those mine
He
shafts.
hides in one of the holes. It's a terrible place to hide unless you can
Yeah.
actually take him out. And he like smacks Carl in the leg from behind with like a meat hook.
Yeah.
Carl goes down, but Benny is hanging down from a wire while doing it, and Carl just like kicks him down a bit.
Yeah.
This is a terrible plan.
Gets the whole story now, kind
Versions
of
of a couple of different
versions of
versions of
it,
the story.
right? And as Benny's like, "Oh no, we weren't gonna," yeah.
Just want to
Anyway,
put a scare into her.
yep. And then he just drops him. Where he doesn't like they don't show. I don't think he drops him, right? He decides not to, and he walks away, but then Benny can't hold on anymore or something.
I
That's what it
think he
was.
kicks the wire and puts it all the way down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because it didn't look like it looked like they were showing like he wanted to, but then he
He
was like,
unhooks the
okay,
lock and
I'm not gonna do it.
lets him drop.
Okay, yeah. But anyway, so clearly Benny doesn't make
No,
it.
no, no.
Yeah,
Dicko, wearing a raccoon hat and arm warmers at the plant. Carl comes looking for him.
yeah. What an outfit. Is epic.
Um, and so like they get into a fight.
Yep.
The scene, the part where like uh Carl gets him with like the spotlight in the car, and Dicko just starts like, "I'm a kangaroo."
And they both laugh.
Yeah,
That was a weird, sick moment.
this is when like this guy's the Joker. You just don't know what he's gonna because he was like actively
Yeah,
trying to kill Carl the whole time, and then they like
yeah,
stop and have a laugh about it. Like
yeah.
this is the kind of stuff that Joker would have dreamed about, like where he can get Batman to laugh.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point. It was pretty absurd, and that's until the the Razorback shows up.
Like, what do you think? I feel like everything that's happening in this Pet Black cannery plant, it just feels like a prelude to like every sword fight in Highlander to come. Like not just Mulcahy's Highlander, but like every single
Right?
Highlander.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
guess so. We
the
need an
key to a
industrial
great sword
environment.
fight. We need an industrial place.
Yeah.
Someone needs to
A lot
grab a
of
pipe
metal.
at any moment, and there's got to be smoke. Lots
Yep.
of smoke and steam.
Yeah, definitely. We need as much clanging as
Yeah.
possible.
If we have stuff, we need like a high ground and a low. Yeah, we need it all.
Right. Yeah. We need it to look like Freddy Krueger could also be here.
Yes. Yeah. But the fight between Dicko and Carl isn't nothing exciting. Carl is clearly like physically much stronger and
Right.
impressive than Dicko is. But Dicko's
Right.
just an extra little crazy, so you don't know what he's capable of doing.
Right.
So it's,
And
but
it's
yeah,
kind of short-lived until the Razorback shows up
right.
anyway.
Then the Razorback shows up, and
Yeah.
Dicko goes into some kind of canyon to run and hide, but the
Yeah.
Razorback is on him in
I was
seconds.
wondering where the heck was that canyon at, but yeah.
No clue.
Yeah.
Dicko
Yeah.
tries to climb out, no luck, and he gets speared and eaten by the Razorback. That was supposed to be much more messed up too.
It looked like it might have been at one point or something. Yeah, because you do get the implication that he gets a tusk in him.
Yeah,
Um,
he was supposed to get speared through much more. I forget. I have it written down. I don't know where I wrote it,
yeah, that's
but
fine.
yeah, original. Yeah, original cut. You see Jake's get his face eaten off and Dicko's legs eaten. So I guess there was like more time with watching his legs get eaten after getting speared.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah,
Shame. There needs to be a director's cut.
I would love to see it.
Yeah,
I think there might have been deleted scenes on the DVD I gave you. I didn't watch any deleted scenes.
yeah. I didn't check it out.
I
I
just
just did it
watched like
last
the
night.
making. I watched all the other special features except for deleted scenes.
Uh, so anyway, so now the Razorback isn't this where Sarah now pops in?
Yeah. Well,
Because the implication
Carl
is like the Razorback goes after Sarah, I
Carl
think.
drives away, but hits like a low hanging wire, and the car flips. And then he
Yeah.
runs into Pit Pack to hide, and the board nearly goes through the metal pull down door. And then Carl finds like a random human body covered in rats. I don't know if that was like the owner or
Oh,
what.
yeah. I don't know.
And
I
then the
missed that
Razorback
part.
bursts through a window.
Yeah. Windows fine. Metal, sometimes not a great. Yeah.
And then there's a
All
little
right, that's what because
chase.
he ends up climbing and he's hiding in the
Yeah,
rafters,
he's
right?
riding in the
And
balcony. And
that's when
that's when
Sarah
Sarah
shows up.
arrives to
Yeah,
help
okay.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, that's when the Razorback like attacks and destroys a support beam and nearly gets Carl to slide into its mouth.
Yeah.
And then Sarah calls out, and Razorback goes after her. And Carl tries to warn her away, and then smashes the window, slide down to the first floor, and opens the middle gate to let her in, and then tries to lure the Razorback away. But Razorback only has eyes for Sarah now and goes after her, and we hear her scream off screen. It's a terrible scream.
Yeah.
It's like
Like I
I'm
saw a
thinking about,
spider.
like I'm watching it. I'm like, this sounds like the opening joke from Blowout. That's terrible. We need a new scream.
That's
Um,
funny.
and then yeah, we get a prolonged fight between Carl and the Razorback. He just like hits it with a
Yeah,
shovel and runs away.
just turns to him on the little conveyor belt, right? Trying to trick it to come up.
Well, first you got like the Carl shoves like this pipe into its underbelly, and the boar like spits some blood at him.
Oh, yeah, that's where
And
it
then in
keeps
a
coming
rage,
closer as it's like
yeah,
it keeps inserting more as it gets closer, which I thought that was kind of neat.
it's actually really nice.
Yeah.
And then in a rage, they knocks shit around and electrocutes itself and turns on the plant automation. And that's where
Yeah.
Carl like goads the Razorback into coming after him on the
Yeah,
conveyor
it
belt.
randomly goes into that electrical thing too. I thought that was so weird.
Well, it was in just like it's an animal going nuts because it's hurt. It
Yeah.
actually got hurt because the underbelly is the only part that it could get hurt at, apparently,
Okay.
which we learned in court in the beginning of the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Missed that. Yeah, and that's what it's goading it to go on the conveyor belt, right?
I love that he decides to start insulting the pig like that matters. The pig, like,
He's
I
trying to
dare you.
anger it.
You're stupid and you stink too.
They can't think straight when they're angry and they just go, they see red, right? I think that's the implication that
Think
they
I'm
made.
coming down there? You can kiss my ass.
Yeah.
And then seeing Carl present his ass gets the Razorback on the conveyor belt. And
Yeah,
then
dude.
Carl stands in front of the meat grinder and then jumps on a hanging pig at the last moment. And then Carl kicks Razorback, who falls into the meat grinder and is grinded to death.
Yeah.
And then Carl's got to shut off the machines, barely avoids a major explosion. And Tim is like, oh.
I guess that was the whole point.
We get lots of more beautiful blue light as Carl is walking out of the plant and he finds Sarah somehow hanging from a bunch of chains.
Just yeah, I don't know how that is. So her scream was, I fell.
He gives her
And
hugs and
ugh.
end of movie.
Yep, that's about it. Done. Yeah.
Um, what'd you give this?
I only went two.
I went three.
Yeah.
Uh, I love I love how well they did with how shitty the pig was.
Okay, that's I mean that's
Some of the stuff.
fair. It's
It's
impressive.
so much. This movie is so pretty. I
It
had to give it
is.
an extra point. It's just like God, the production. Like this is how I was awarding the
The
production
value
value.
was okay. So I don't see how else I could award the value, and you're right. I just don't know if I want to go to a full three is my only issue.
Okay,
But
but it's just like God. Like you could really just put this thing
wait,
on
what did
and,
we
and
give
watch
Villain?
this.
Did we what did we give
I
Villain?
gave it a 2.5.
I don't remember what I gave,
I
but
think you just gave it a two, or
I think I
you were
gave it a
like talking
two.
about I could go up to 2.5 because you're
Okay,
right. You
yeah,
were
I
kind
went
of
two and a
threatening.
half. You know what? Fine, fine. I'm gonna go. I'll move it to three for the production value. Okay.
All I do is win, 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 no matter
Well, I
what.
got Villain at two, and Hero
Oh, I thought you
three.
went up to 2.5. Okay. Um, so then supporting characters.
You know what?
No,
No,
what?
no,
No,
I don't know.
nah,
I'm gonna go two and a half Villain, and I'm gonna go two and a half action.
nah.
That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Side characters.
Tim doesn't love the blue lighting as much as I do.
It was good. You're right. I just it's not in true spirit of the category, so that's my trouble with that. But it is a pretty movie to look at without a doubt from beginning to end. And
I mean, if
you're
he didn't have like Mulcahy directing this the way he did, I would easily drop this down to two or lower. Like you're right,
yeah.
but eh, like considering everything that we've seen so far this season, I feel very comfortable going ahead and like, yeah, yeah, three. This is
It's
just
like
gorgeous. Good for them.
easily visually one of the best things we've looked at all season so far.
Oh, easily
Like
number
without a
one.
doubt. Like
Yeah.
yeah, done.
Um, Mulcahy is a talented director and should be let out of director's jail. I think he's doing a lot of TV now,
Hmm.
and it's not fair. Anyway, supporting characters. You got Jake Cullen played by Bill Kerr. He's the Quint of this Jaws in the Outback movie.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Uh, the Razorback destroyed broke his leg, destroyed his house, and carried away and ate his grandson. The community doesn't believe him. His own daughter doesn't believe him.
Yeah.
And the local government tries to cry in the dark him.
Where's the boar then? I don't remember
Did
if
you
she
ever see
said
Cry
boar
in
or
the Dark?
razorback. See what?
Cry in the Dark.
Maybe not. Is it an older movie?
Yeah, it's from the 80s, I
Okay.
think.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think
I
so.
want to make sure it's in the 80s. I'm gonna go be a liar. Uh, yeah, 88. It's Meryl Streep and Sam Neill.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
This is the Dingo Ate Her Baby movie.
Oh, I know of that movie, but yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever seen
And you
an
know
entire. I
what?
might
You
have
know
seen the
what, you
beginning of it.
sons of bitches? That dingo did eat her baby.
True.
Um, Anyway, he gets off for insufficient evidence and now lives in a shack. And 2 years later, he's killing every Razorback he can find in the search of revenge of the Big Pig.
Okay.
Uh, Something about blasting the shit out of a Razorback that brightens up my whole day.
Oh, that was a great line. Yeah, because he's like the only one hunting something different than all the other hunters
Yeah,
now,
everyone else is
right?
after the kangaroos and the wallabies. He just
Yeah.
wants Razorbacks.
He just wants Razorbacks.
Razorbacks, vicious shit-eating, godless vermin.
Yeah,
God
and
and the devil couldn't have created a more despicable species.
it and it seems like that was really a lot better for the community hunting Razorbacks. Like you get the
More
vibe like
useful, yeah.
they're like kind of like doing a disservice to the ecosystem and the environment and stuff like that because they're like overpopulated and kind of going a little nutty because there's not enough food and they're causing a lot of destruction. And it's like, seems like this guy's helping the community so much more than all these other hunters.
And no one
And
appreciates.
no one does, yeah,
Yeah, everyone
because they
laughs
all think he killed the
when
grandkid.
everyone hears about 30, 40 wild boar. Everyone laughs, but real ones know.
Yeah.
Um, it's only got two states of being: dangerous or dead. Nothing in between. I really liked Bill Kerr in this movie.
You liked all his dogs too, I'm sure.
Of course,
Yeah.
love those dogs. Apparently, he was like a Shakespearean trained actor,
Oh
and
yeah.
David Argue, the guy playing Dicko, was more of a improvisational.
Hmm.
And so when they had a scene together, Bill Kerr was like, I don't know what to do with this guy. They had problems in the first day of set.
Oh
Like,
no.
oh no,
The
it's
not
like just
meshing.
oil and water.
Yeah.
But everyone had like wonderful things to say about him on set otherwise, and I thought he was fantastic in this movie. I mean, as far as like Quint ripoffs, great.
Yeah. Really, I had no problem with him. I thought he was pretty enjoyable when he was on screen.
He's bacon
Um,
girly.
yeah, and I thought he was kind of playing that kind of badass type thing, and I thought it worked. Um, I wish there was a little bit more to show his skills. Like I don't think he got to show that off too much.
You didn't think the pig carcasses in the back of the truck and
I
all the
guess I'll
Razorback
have to do,
heads
right? But
weren't
like,
enough for
you know what I
you?
mean? I just would have liked to see a little bit more of, why he is so skilled kind of deal. But otherwise, yeah, no, I thought he was pretty entertaining. Um it stinks that Dicko doesn't even give him a chance to really get his revenge kind of deal. So that
Yeah,
stinks.
yeah.
That was
It's too bad.
sad. Yeah.
I was sad. I was sad when he died.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then Dicko died. I'm glad he's dead. He'll be gone.
For sure.
Um, so then you got Beth Winters, played by Judy Morris, investigative reporter with the World Animal League.
Yeah.
We see her expose on a rodeo using cattle prods attached to the genitals to help them perform. That was fucked up.
Oh, I didn't catch the genitals part. Oh man,
Yeah.
okay. Woo. I just saw they were like mocking her and it was like a news report and she was just like, "Oh, I hate both of them." Um,
Oh.
well no, she was saying to the news broadcasters that was putting this
Oh,
thing
okay.
up and she was saying it to the rodeo whatever. So like basically the hell with both of these people. So I was like, "Oh, okay." So it's kind of interesting. Dilemma, right? And she like clearly didn't want to go on this trip, right? You get the, what is she,
Well, actually,
prenatal,
she's very
whatever, something.
conflicted because this is something she'd really wanted to do, but she's
Right.
6 weeks pregnant now.
Yeah.
Like it was delayed before. But you know, Carl convinced her it's fine, even though they're going to miss their anniversary. When she travels to Gamola to report on kangaroo and wallabies being turned into dog food by the thousands, the reception to her in the town is more than a little cold because that's kind of like the only economy in the town.
Yeah. And
Uh,
yeah, at one point she's like on the phone, right? And they're throwing the darts like close to her face. And then
right.
she like picks up the darts and just puts it in their drink kind of deal. And then everybody's laughing at them. And I was like, ah, it was a fun, playful moment. Like it seemed like she can handle herself kind of deal.
You know what I really appreciate about this movie too? All the beer looked like well poured beer. Nobody had like half foam in any of
That's
that beer,
true.
which
Half
drives me
foam
nuts.
or
It
like
happens.
absolutely none at all when it's
Yeah, I
poured
see
kind of
that
deal.
all the time in the movies, and it drives me insane. Like,
Yeah, no,
what is
I
this
know.
beer?
There's so much bad pouring.
Yeah. Um.
Uh,
So what did you think, Judy Morris as Beth?
oh, that was good. And then I really liked the moment too. when she got caught filming and Dicko like breaks through the window kind of deal, right? And then she kind of runs off and just kind of goes bye and does this little like I got one over you kind of deal and all playful. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, that could be to your detriment there in the end, but it was a fun moment that I think she pulled off really well, right? And I thought she did a good job in the moment of her dying too. So I
Australian
thought
actress, by the way, and I think she pulled off the American accent very well.
I had no idea. So yeah, I agree. I thought she did a really good job. I thought she was the female lead. I thought she was the damsel in a really
I had
short.
seen this movie before and I forgot
Yeah. I
that she wasn't.
I I thought she did a good job for the really limited time that she was in it.
Yeah, if they had made it lead, I would have been fine watching that movie too.
Yeah, for sure. Like I thought it was gonna be her and Jake. That's who I thought
You're right.
the movie was gonna surround with, and it was not.
No,
I was like, is it like Jaws meets Crocodile Dundee? But like no.
I'd watch that movie. Paul Hogan, you're still around, right?
Yeah, I think so. Pretty up there though now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I could be Quint now.
that's true.
Dundee has turned the tides on crocodiles. He's not a fan anymore.
Yeah.
Um, so then you got
S-
Sarah
Sarah,
Cameron,
yeah.
played by Arky Whitley. She is a government research grant to tag wild boars and track their migration. Sarah likes the way Carl looks in her dad's pants.
Yeah, that was weird.
Hasn't seen anyone in them since he died. Her mom died last year, and now she's all alone. Just her and the boars.
Yeah, but she's friends with Jake, who likes to kill
Right.
the boars, but she needs to track the boars. So it's weird that they were so friendly, because I feel like they're opposed in their missions.
I think it's all going to the same place. Like they're tracking the migration to help kill the boar population down, keep the
Because
boar
she knows
population
it's
down because it's
causing a
destructive. Yeah.
destructive. Yeah. Okay. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
So,
It's hard to see them grow if you're gonna be killing them. Don't
well, they don't
kill the
want them to
ones
grow.
I
They just want to
tagged,
track them.
please.
They just
Or
want, yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, she forms the posse after Jake dies, and to try to
Doesn't
like,
work out though.
no, the tag hits on the wrong pig. She hit the wrong pig tag. I thought the one guy's like, my dog's bigger than that when they find the. And then the other tag pops up and it's going out. She realizes the real Razorback is going to the cannery and nobody wants to follow her after that.
Yeah.
Um, she's fine.
Yeah.
She's pretty.
She is pretty. She doesn't get
Once
to
again,
do a whole lot
thank you for
besides getting the town together
and getting naked.
and getting naked,
It's
sure.
funny they got she agreed to do the nude scene and then she decided she didn't really want to do it. And they're like, okay, we'll bring in a body double. And then they brought in the supposedly brought in the body double. Like, oh, the guy said like we brought in the body double, but got a lot of cellulite in the rear. You might not be happy. And she was like, I'll do it myself. She's like not happy with the idea of everyone thinking that might have been her.
Oh wow. Interesting. Wow.
Um, but
The body double must be so offended.
I don't even know if there actually was a body double. I think it was
Oh yeah,
just
do you think they
to
were
get her to
messing
do
with
it.
her? That's
Yeah.
messed up.
Well, she guess apparently originally agreed to do it anyway. So,
Okay.
but you're
You
it's the
should be
80s.
allowed to change your mind though. I don't know.
It's the 80s, baby. What can I
That's
tell
true.
you?
Yeah. Did you put
Um,
the bartender in this category too?
I didn't, but if you'd like to, I'm
I
open
just
to
thought he
it.
was kind of funny a couple times. That part where he's trying to get in a car and everybody drives away, and he eventually gets on the camel.
Yeah.
The camel who, like earlier, just eats a Coca-Cola can.
Incredible, right? When he just eats the Coke,
Yeah,
like what?
yeah,
And the guy who's like riding the camel originally, he's got like a boombox strapped to it. I'm like, this
yeah.
camel's incredible.
It's an incredible camel. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just had to mention it.
I
Sorry.
didn't even know they had camels in Australia. This is awesome.
Neither did but I was like, okay then. I enjoyed this.
So what'd you give this category?
This is where I went to three. I thought everybody did a pretty good job. Maybe not in it sufficiently or enough to do sufficiently, but I thought everybody did well. Like there was no annoying characters or anything like that. Everybody seemed to have a fairly decent role, and no one was annoying. So
I
that's always
also
a
gave it a
positive.
3.
Yeah,
So my final score is an 11 and a half.
I did some score changing here, so and my math
It's
is
okay.
not
Well,
too
while you're
great.
doing that, I'll
Okay,
go over
yeah.
some of my miscellaneous stuff. So uh, I learned cut the donk is Australian for cut the motor.
Oh, that's weird.
Uh, Gregory Harrison took the job because he loved surfing and wanted to surf in Australia. Like I mentioned, he did all his own stunts and he got to do his surfing. He was very excited. He's like, "Oh no, you don't understand. As a surfer, this is very important. You got to go to Australia. It's like the mecca for surfers."
Right.
So he was really excited to talk about the surfing he did in Australia.
That's funny.
Um, let's see. Anything else? Oh yeah, Mulcahy originally wanted Jeff Bridges for the lead, but Warner Brothers wouldn't let him take even think about taking the role. They were like, "No, he's not allowed in this movie."
Wow.
Sounded like everyone on the production was in love with Arky Whitley.
Hmm.
Everyone was like, "Oh." Um, no one really liked the ending of the movie. They called it a conclusion and not an ending.
Ouch.
Yeah. Critical reception in Australia was brutal.
Really?
Like the Australian critics were like, "No," but America, much way bigger into this, but of course didn't make any money in America. Big hit in France, of all places.
Oh.
Spielberg loved Razorback
Oh wow.
and called Mulcahy to talk about how he filmed some of it.
Hmm.
I mean, that's who cares about anything else? When
That's
Spielberg says
a
something
high
good,
compliment. Yeah.
that's like everything, right?
You did a riff of my movie and I enjoyed it. That's high praise, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The beard approves. Like that's it. That's all that matters. This had a budget of $5.5 million, which is a little over $17 million today, and no idea what it grossed globally. Not a
Yeah.
lot. Only grossed a little over 150,000 in the United States.
Hmm.
It debuted at number 35 in the United States box office. Missing in Action was number one that week, which is also in its first week of release. Night of the Comet debuted at number three in the same week.
Hmm. Well, where did you so I have it at 11.
11 and a half for me.
So we both then I think have it as number one.
Yeah. Wow. I'm so
Yeah.
delighted. I was really like looking forward to seeing what you came about thinking of this movie.
It's kind of like I just think it's a well-made movie
Yeah.
as and again there's no annoying characters or anything. I think everybody kind of did good in what they were being asked to do. Is it great in the horror of it all and the action, maybe and villain wise, maybe not so great, but like it's just a well-made movie and pretty to look at. And like I feel like in a lot of these other movies, at least that we've covered so
It's got
far,
style, man. It's got
yeah.
style.
And I feel like a lot of these other movies that we saw so far are like they have components of that, but none of them are anywhere as well made, I feel like, as Razorback kind of deal. But they might be
Yeah.
better in like the horror department or something, you know.
I'm glad I own it. I'm happy. Was I
Yeah,
was happy to purchase
I
that.
think that I didn't see this movie coming, didn't know it existed, so I'm happy for it. I'm good.
Ah, it delights me.
Yeah.
So what are we watching next week?
Whew. Um, oh man, we're gonna go with one that you are not a fan of, and we're gonna get
Oh
this out
no.
of the way for you, so you don't have to deal with it later.
Fucking movie again.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. We're gonna watch Children of the Corn.
God damn it.
Let's pull the Band-Aid off. Just pull the Band-Aid
Do you know
off.
how long the short story is? It's like 11 pages.
Well, maybe I'll read it first.
I would be delighted. It's a really good short story.
Yeah,
Um, and God damn it, it just they keep on making more of them. And every time I've seen, I don't like this movie. I think
I know you don't.
it's not that good.
But it's
It's
it's a movie that
it's so
spurred so
annoying.
many
It,
remakes and sequels,
it's
and
such like
it's
an annoyingly like, great idea that's only been well made like never. It's like
yeah,
why hasn't anybody executed this well ever? I think it's just because everyone gets squeamish around hiring child actors to do nasty things. But
that's kind of fair, right? I don't know.
yeah, like honestly, the best version that I've seen of it was the sci-fi remake.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that had like the remember the blonde dude from Alias?
I didn't really watch that show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was there. He was like sort of like this tertiary bad guy who would pop up every once in a while. He was there, and one of the girls from women from Battlestar Galactica was the wife, and
Hmm.
that had the actual like because the husband and wife like hate each other. They are like not in a good place in the beginning, and that's kind of makes it all much more interesting. Um, instead of what they do in the '84 movie with her happy couple. But anyway, uh, yeah, okay. Anything else?
That's it, man. That's all I got.
Okay. Well, that is it for us. Please share your support for the podcast by leaving a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, or wherever you happen to listen to the show. Also, sharing is caring. Be sure to follow us on social media to get the latest show updates. You can contact us by emailing at filmbrochamp@gmail.com or find us by searching for the hashtag FilmBroChamp. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Film Bros Championship Podcast. Peace out, everyone.
What's up your hole, you American shit? Even though it was said already. It's kind of one of the best lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.